March Madness is upon us with both the NCAA men's and women's tournament set to kick off today. So we brought in two experts to give their top tips to picking a champion.
Oh, because you know it's important. There's a lot of egos on the line. Here to make sure our men's basketball bracket doesn't get busted is ESPN bracketologist Joe Lunardi. And revealing her top picks for the women's tournament is former NCAA champion and WNBA MVP A'ja Wilson. I mean, we really brought in the experts.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you both. Okay, so Joe, we're going to start with you. The men's tournament. Fans love all the drama, all the upset, the Cinderella stories. Who are some of your favorites this year to bring off the upsets?
Compelling storylines either throughout the bracket, and there always are. You know, we'll take a look at it. Here in the top half, which is the South region, I really like double-digit seed Utah State. The Aggies are a veteran team. They've got guys who've been in the tournament, and we know there's almost always a double-digit seed in the Sweet 16. I like Utah State all the way to the South Regional. And on the other side, we'll take a look at a team that is super hot right now, and that is the Aggies of Texas A&M, headed for a possible in-state rivalry against Texas. You know, those teams aren't in the same league anymore. The Aggies have a little chip on their shoulder because of it. Plus, they were snubbed from the big dance last year. So I like Texas A&M, even though they're going to have quite a challenge from a red-hot Nittany Lions team. And that brings us to Houston. And what do you know? The #1 team in the polls heading into championship week, the hometown Houston Cougars. Haven't been this far since the Phi Slamma Jamma days. And when you look at Houston playing at home with a chance to cut down the nets in their hometown, a possible rematch of a regular season game, which Alabama won in Houston's gym. Can they do it twice? I say no. It's the year of the Cougars.
All right, let's talk about your top four here, your top four final four picks. We've got Alabama, Houston, Duke, and Gonzaga. Why do you want these, or why do you think these will be the ones who will be competing?
Well, you know, it's so hard to win the 4 games that you have to do to make the Final Four. You're going to need a little bit of luck, a last-second shot, the ball bouncing your way. Gonzaga's been knocking on the door for a number of years now. They've been in 2 of the last 5 NCAA championship games, but for the first time in maybe half a decade, they're under the radar, which I think works for them. Of course, Houston's been the top team in the country for much of the season. Their star, Marcus Sasser, is injured right now, but he's expected back and maybe full strength by the second weekend if they can get out of Birmingham in those first couple of rounds. And then on the other side, Alabama, the top overall seed, can't go chalk. Just can't do it because it almost never happens that the #1 overall team wins it all. And nobody hotter right now than the Duke Blue Devils. And if you don't believe me, just ask the rest of the ACC.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Let's head to the NCAA women's bracket right here. And A'ja is helping us out with this one. A'ja, who do you have for us? Who's going to pull off any upsets?
Well, I mean, I have to go with my second home team, UNLV. I think they're going to sneak up on a lot of people. That's probably my biggest dark horse. But I definitely have South Carolina, of course, being super biased and a former Gamecock, winning it all. I think they are set to really kind of set their place and line up. Everything is in line for them to win. But I think when it comes to talking about veteranship and been there before, you got to look at UConn. I think they're a 2 seed right now, and I think they definitely have a lot more to prove. And a healthy team like that, you always have to be on the lookout for. But I think the biggest right now is South Carolina. They're playing really, really well, and they are just, like, of course, well coached. So I'm super excited to watch them grow. Even being in that, and being in Dallas before, that's where I won the first one at. So I think it's just a matter of fact. It's just kind of like deja vu moment.
Yes, I am also a fellow Gamecock, so I am pulling for South Carolina and Dawn Staley as well. So let's talk about your Final Four picks for this.
Yeah. When it comes to my Final Four picks, I think it's just like teams that have new but also been there before, and I think that's so key when you're talking about just in the Final Four. It's kind of like a sense of being there before. The fear of unknown is gone. Those big lights are shining, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough and not easy. But at the end of the day, and like Joe was saying, like, it's going to take a little luck, but at the same time, great basketball and great defense. So I'm excited to see all 4 teams compete. But you already know the national championship. Gotta go to South Carolina.
We love it. You know, you pointed it out already. You helped lead the South Carolina Gamecocks to their first ever NCAA women's basketball championship back in 2017. You say they're the same team and the right team to do it again.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm not just saying that because I went there. I got to make that very clear. I just think that, like, where they are and how they're growing and they're peaking at the right time, I think we're in this moment and being a former player, like, you want to peak right now. You want to, like, just kind of ease your way up there. And I think they're on the right track to doing that. So I'm super excited, but it's going to be really, really tough. And I got to have everyone go out there and make their brackets. And when I say brackets, I don't mean multiple men, multiple women. I mean both men and women. AT&T has put together a great job in making sure we have good brackets. So I got South Carolina, but I do have Purdue on the men's side winning, so I don't know.
All right, I think you're the expert too.
That's
yeah.
what we say, right? Forever to thee.
Love it. All right, thank you, Asia.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out ESPN's Tournament Challenge brackets live on ESPN.com and get your men's NCAA picks in before tip-off.
Oh, I can feel the energy now. We're excited.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.